Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? It's TweaK back again with another video. Guys, something I've never covered, yet I've been asked a bunch of times. What are my favorite pistols? Pistols are a pretty integral part of EFT that everybody basically sleeps on, even though they are very cheap, they're very strong, and they're basically one of the perfect weapons to run while you're doing budget stuff, because if you kill a geared guy with a pistol, well, you have a full big weapon slot, and you're only using your little pistol slot. And not only for making money, but I mean, like, you can, I mean, yeah, for making money, but like, obviously PvP, you know, if you get good with pistols, you can one tap pretty much anybody, you know, depending on whether you're using the right ammo or not. You can get a little bit unlucky if you're running into Altons, but generally with these pistols, if you're running class 3 visors, or people you're fighting are using class 3 visors, you can plow through them pretty easily. Also, lads, just going to interject here real quick. Did you guys know that like 65% of you guys aren't subscribed that watch the video? So if you guys could do me a massive favor, click that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much, my dudes. So we're going to get into the list. I'm going to pull up the first pistol here, which by no surprise to anybody is the 5.7. Right? The 5.7 is easily one of the best pistols in EFT, if not the best pistol in EFT. It's a little bit on the expensive side. And if you don't have access to the flea market, then you probably won't be able to get your hands on them because it's a, you know, high level peacekeeper level. I think it's what, like peacekeeper level 3 for the 5.7. I don't know if they've changed it. Yeah, there it is, peacekeeper level 3. But the beautiful thing about the 5.7, the ammo is expensive and it's hard to come by. You can't buy it in mass quantities. However, you just bring 2 20-round mags with you and then leave 2 stacks in your container. Therefore, if you die, you only lose 40 bullets. Not really that big of a deal. Also, you can absolutely run this gun 100% without the threaded barrel. You can pretty much just run the gun completely stock, and it is an absolute monster still. If you guys have never used the 5.7, I would highly recommend it. It is a laser beam, and make sure if you are using it that you're putting SS190s into it. SS190s is the ammo that you absolutely want to run in this. And yeah, if you want to have more fun, you know, tactical nighttime gameplay, put a suppressor on there. But if you're just going for cost effectiveness, the suppressor doesn't really make that much of a difference. And you can absolutely run it stock just like this. You can even run it without the laser. Completely up to you. However, make sure that you have your front sights and stuff. Like if you buy it off the flea market, make sure you don't get trolled and these sights are missing off it. You want to have these sights on it. With the 5.7, I actually wouldn't recommend using the RMR plate. I think you're better off using the night sights. I think they're much nicer, much cleaner, much easier to use, especially since the RMR was changed this wipe. I think that the iron sights are absolutely the way to go. Right, on to the next gun. So here it is, my next favorite, the Glock 17 with all the bells and whistles on it. What can I say? This Glock is just really fun. The Glock 17, ever since it's been added to Tarkov and all the customization and stuff you can do to it, it's just awesome. It's just a super fun gun to run. You can put a 50-round drum mag in it. If you are going to run the Glock in this configuration, I would highly recommend using at least AP 6.3s. If you can afford it, use the PBPT rounds or whatever. They're basically the best armor penetrating rounds you can get. If you're running a much cheaper version of this Glock, you know, you only spent a couple of K on it, you could just put PSTs into it and it'll be more than capable of dealing with scabs. Dealing with players if you can shoot them in the face hitbox. However, if they do have visors, you're going to struggle getting through the visor if you're using PSTs. That's why I recommend rocking APs. You could also run like leg meta rounds if your trigger finger's fast enough. I mean, go for it, but I wouldn't really recommend it. But hey, if you feel comfortable doing that, then go for it. Now, with this Glock, this is basically the best in slot one you can make that is loud. If you want to make the best in slot suppressed one, you pretty much just put an Osprey on it. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have the cap on it? Well, because if I take the cap off it, it looks stupid when it has the rear iron sights on it. So that's usually why I leave the cap on it. Now, again, for this Glock, if you're going to run the suppressor on it, it can block the sights a little bit. I'll just give you guys a look at it. So if you want to, you know, it might help if I actually equip the Glock. So if you want to see, you can't really see, like you can see, but like the suppressor kind of blocks a little bit of your vision. But as you can see, it just has absolutely no recoil. But generally when I'm running Glocks, I don't usually run them suppressed. So I'll just give you guys a look at what it looks like when it's unsuppressed. As you can see, it's just a little bit easier to see. You just have a better picture, you know? And again, pretty much no recoil. And the gun just looks fantastic. Super, super fun gun to run. I will use this in like money runs and stuff because maybe not, you know, a full haul. This Glock, I think, costs around 100k. With the suppressor, obviously, you're shaving off 30k of that price. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun to run. And this isn't about the most cost-effective pistols. These are my favorite ones to use. So I don't want to see comments say, ah, but TweaK, I use it in this configuration, and then I do this, and you got, and I save X amount of rubles, and then I turn off the trader filter on the flea market, and then I do this and this. So I don't care, Timmy. I don't care. All right? These are my favorite guns. All right? My favorite pistols. Okay? So let's get on to the next one. Now, sorry about that little outburst there. Next up. This is, you guys might be surprised to see this, but the M1911 in 45 ACP. This gun, I've used it quite a lot this wipe, and it's been really, really, really fun. You basically put the 45 AP rounds in it, and it's just an absolute beast. It's a really, really, really cool gun. There's also another variation of it that some of you guys may like the look of better to this one. It's like a gold one. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Where are you? Is it this one? The M45A1? Yeah, this one. And you can still like customize it, but it has the like the gold frame and everything to it. So if you like that aesthetic more, you can mod this one instead. I believe that this gun is only dropped by raiders and scav bosses. I think Glock has it or something. I'm not entirely sure, but this gun is kind of rare. I think on the flea market she's a little bit expensive. Can't even see. No available matches. Anyway, you guys can do your own investigating if that's the version of the gun that you'd like to run, but I normally just run this one stock. It's pretty cheap, and again, the 45 AP ammo can be expensive to come by, or hard to come by. Like when you pay for it on, or when you go to buy it on the flea market, it costs like double or triple it costs from the traders. So if you buy it from the traders, you can just run a couple of these 11 round mags. Just run 2 in your rig and then put 2 stacks of ammo in your container, and then you won't have to worry about running out of ammo real quick. So let me show you guys this in the hideout. So here she is. Absolutely beautiful. And of course we have the little X400 on there as well. The sights aren't great, but honestly, for like a little budget gun, she packs a punch, man. She packs a real punch, and if you hit that headshot, especially with the 45 rounds, it is, man, oh, it's satisfying to just watch people flop. But yeah, really, really, really cool gun. And if you've never tried it before, I would highly suggest giving it a go. As I said, this is one of the cheapest options on the list that I have. And yeah, you don't have the options for like sights and stuff as much as the other guns, but definitely worth running, especially for the cost. So yeah, there it is. You never tried it? Give it a go. Now, this is a controversial one, but I'd be slated if I didn't say, you know, the SR1MP was on my list. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this gun. Sometimes it works wonders for me. Sometimes it does absolutely jack shit, and I shoot people in the head a million times with the best ammo for this gun, and nothing happens. Something that I discovered just before recording this video is that since the sight changes and stuff, the Delta Point seems to be the best sight that you can put on pistols. It's very, very stable, much more stable than the RMR. You know, the RMR is like very, very floaty. So if you're like me and you hate that floaty optic on pistols and it pisses you off, try it with the Delta Point. I'm going to give you guys a look at it now in the hideout in a second, but the Shrimp, it's a good gun. It's fun to run. It's very unique. You never really see it other than when, you know, somebody has 3 fucking flashlights mounted on it. Which is usually the case. Normally they'll put these big fucking things on it because they fit for some reason, and you can't see them, and then you're dead because they've emptied 18 rounds into your face. But yeah, the Shrimp, it's a cool gun, very unique. It sounds awesome, and the ammo definitely packs a punch. So what we're gonna do, pull it into the hideout, but first of all, I'm gonna show you guys, this is the ammo you want to use. It is the BT GZH. This is the ammo that is available from Prapor level 4. And it is 381 rubles a round. So again, just 1 mag in the gun, 1 mag in your rig, 2 stacks of ammo in your container, if that is something you'd like to do to conserve some money. And now, Let me show you guys this with the delta point. It is just a laser. There's very, very little reset time before the gun becomes accurate again. And when you steady, like, you see the way it's kind of floating there, like a little bit now? Once you steady the gun, even if you shoot a couple of times, it's basically reset immediately. So if you guys are looking for like a really, really accurate optic choice, if you want to run the SR1MP, or the Shrimp as it is affectionately known, I would highly recommend giving it a try with the delta point. Or if you've never tried it with the delta point before, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. Again, this gun is somewhat comparable to the 5.7 because with the 5.7 you can well, you can punch visors pretty hard because SS190 is a pretty strong round. Same thing with these BTGZHs. So again, you can use this to take down Alton boys. However, you will be relying a little bit on luck, but if you punch the visor on the first shot, oh my god, it is one of the most satisfying things you can do in EFT. Now, we're going to get on to the last gun, which is the P226. I have run this gun a couple of times on stream. I know it looks kind of funny, but I'm only using these parts because it's basically the best in slot recoil and whatever else, you know, like I wouldn't run this handguard and this slide, you know, together. It looks kind of stupid, but it's a fun gun to use, okay? And people always get caught off guard when they're like, what gun is that? And I'm like, it's a P226. They're like, you could mod that? Lad, there's actually like a pretty decent amount of mod options that you can get for the P226. Now, the P226 is a 9mm pistol, so again, you're going to be wanting to run AP 6.3s, or you're going to be wanting to run the best ammo, the it's called 7N12. That's what it was called last wipe, but it's called TP rounds now or something like that. I forget. But you're going to want to run one of those two rounds. You've got a 20 round mag with the extended mag. I believe I can't remember how much the old mag has, but it's much bigger than that anyway. It's like 7 extra rounds or something, I think. And then again, I'm going to be running this with the delta point on it. Because if you're running the Osprey on it, you get quite the obstruction when you're trying to use the night sights on it. If you're not running the Osprey on it and you're just using like, I don't know, this thing or whatever, you can just use the night sights. Even with the illusion suppressor, you can use the night sights as well. So it's totally up to you, but I use the Osprey because I'm using the delta point anyway. So let's take it into the hideout, give you guys a look at it. I know it's a little bit of a silly looking gun, but it's fun. I used to use this gun a wipe or two ago, back when I used to like doing a little bit of sniping and stuff. But check it out. It is uber quiet. This gun makes very, very, very little sound, and it also sounds really cool. And it's basically, it's like a little paintball gun, man, or like a little airsoft gun. You wouldn't think it's 9mm, you know what I mean? So yeah, there she is. Accurate as hell too. So there's a cheeky little fun sidearm, albeit it looks a little bit silly, but look, I like it. Okay, don't make fun of how it looks. I think it's pretty and it gets the job done. So lads, that is going to do it for my favorite pistols in EFT. I've been asked a bunch of times, what pistols do you like using? What are your favorite pistols? And what are the best pistols? And I believe I've covered pretty much the best pistols in the game in this video as well. Anyway, so these are my favorites along with basically the best pistols in EFT. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If I missed your favorite pistol or your favorite build for one of these pistols, let me know. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like, a comment, and a sub if you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, my dudes.